Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to Lauren's Honest Reviews, where I review popular books and let you know if they're actually worth your time. I have a lot of books to talk about here, you guys, today. So many books that I read over the course of, it's been about 2.5 months. These are the 25 books that I've read since Memorial Day weekend. I have some opinions. A lot of these are hyped up books that I did not think were worth the hype, but some of these books were easy 5-star reads for me. I fell in love with some of these books this summer, so I'm excited about a lot of these that I'm going to share today. And yeah, this is going to be a fun video. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it. All right, so should we start with the worst or the best? Let's start from the top. I want to give you guys the best first. I should probably build up the suspense. That's probably what they would tell you to do. But I'm going to be a bad YouTuber today and start with the best. I don't want to make you guys wait. But yeah, because that's what I would want to say. I would want to see the best first. All right. The number one book for me this summer has to go to Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was my second read by her, and I was so impressed. Oh my gosh, the way I fell in love with Joan. This was an amazing, heartwarming, thrilling, suspenseful, all the things, everything in a book. You're gonna learn things. This is an exciting read. It's an emotional read. I could seriously cry right now thinking about this book. This was all the feels. I love this so much. So this is a 5-star read for me. Number one on the list for the summer. A must read. Even if you think you're not into the space thing, I'm telling you, you will love this. So yeah, that was my favorite. All right, so second on my rankings, my second favorite book of the summer has to go to Hello Beautiful. This was a book, like literally, it's like a warm hug. It's a book you will melt into. You will be all in your feels in this book as well. Something about the characters in this book, the way I fell in love with this family and the sisters, this is very reminiscent of Little Women. The plot is very similar. It goes into each of the sisters' lives. There's a big family secret that's revealed. So good. This is suspenseful in a way that keeps the page turning, but it's still somehow a slower read that literally you just melt into this book. This is a book that it's not quite fast-paced, so if you're a fast-paced thriller reader, it might not be for you, but if you want to be all in your feels, this was amazing. I love this. 5 stars, easily. Love this so much. Oh my gosh. The ending will break you, but it's still wrapped up in the most beautiful way. I love that book so much. And then next up on the list is going to go to Sandwich by Catherine Newman. This surprised me. This took a little bit to get into, but the humor is really fun, kind of dry humor. If you like The Wedding People, you'll really like this. Lighthearted moments about renting a vacation home, so this was very relatable to me. But things that come along with renting a vacation home can be just so funny and silly and mundane, like these mundane tasks that the author talks about in this book. Things as simple as making sandwiches for the family, trying to get everyone's orders right. I could so relate to this, trying to prep for the beach, trying to get everybody out of the house. It feels like such a task, but she makes these moments fun and lighthearted. And then there's also heavier moments in this as well. Definitely read the trigger warnings, but oh my gosh, the way this book concludes, the overall message in this book is just about choosing to be happy, and I just loved the ending of this book. Next up, another 5-star read, The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. I am loving this author. I started Reckless Girls on audio, and I'm just loving her writing so much. This one was no exception. If you like a good domestic drama with that thriller element, like say Big Little Lies, this is very similar to that. So good. You will turn the pages so quickly. A very addicting read. I love it. Next up on the list is The Great Alone. Oh my gosh, this book. Another book, amazing book by Kristen Hanna that pulls at your heartstrings in the best possible way. Somehow Kristen Hanna, her endings are so sad and just, oh my gosh, they'll make you so emotional, each one of these endings. I will challenge you to read one of her books without shedding a tear. But somehow she wraps up her books in the most amazing way, and you're somehow like at ease and at peace. The premise, I think that's why. The premise didn't pull me in. This is about a family creating a homestead on the Alaskan frontier. Doesn't exactly sound thrilling, right? But there's something about this book that is so suspenseful. A lot of traumatic moments, definitely read the trigger warnings, but still heartfelt moments at the same time. The mother-daughter relationship in this book, the young love aspect. This book has everything, it really does. Minus humor, but still will pull at your heartstrings. An amazing book. Love this. 5 stars. Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I read this on Libby Love this. Such a good rom-com that's not cheesy. It definitely had some deeper moments in it. Loved it so much. Just for summer, I don't know, for me, it doesn't live up to the hype. Say You'll Remember Me. Oh my gosh, there was something about this. I think because I do like those deeper elements to a rom-com. If a rom-com is like too lighthearted and too far-fetched, I can't get into them, but there was something about these deeper, more emotional elements that was incorporated into this plot that I really loved. Just such a good book. I love the chemistry, again, between the two main characters in this. Really good, not cringy at all, just amazing. I love this. Say You'll Remember Me, 5 stars. Next up on the list is an Emily Henry, Great Big Beautiful Life. I have to say, I think this is my favorite book by her. Again, another rom-com, but also has the deeper elements to it. So if you like Say You'll Remember Me, I really think you would like Great Big Beautiful Life. And I love that it had this Evelyn Hugo aspect to it as well. If you love that book, you'll love this one too, because it has that celebrity element to it, but it also has the love interest as well. And again, with the chemistry with these two characters, they were kind of like, I would say, an enemies to lovers. They kind of had this little tiff at the beginning of the book, and then they just work themselves together. It's a little slow burn action. It's a really good book. I love this. My favorite Emily Henry. Definitely my favorite Emily Henry. If you want to see more of my Emily Henry rankings, I did an Emily Henry video on YouTube and then also on my TikTok as well. If you like some quick content, head over to my TikTok. All right, next up is a read that I was putting off for a long time and I shouldn't have, because wow, did I love this book so much. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Now, I listened to this one, not my preferred method to read a book, but I love the narration of this book. Something about like the Southern accents and the way the characters interacted, but the way I felt for Kaya in this book, the main character, oh my gosh, she's a teenage girl growing up in the South. And the way the author writes about her teenage events is it just brings you back in time. The young love interest, going through all the traumatic times of everything that comes along with being a teenager, puberty, making friends, all the things. It's just so good, so good. I know a lot of people didn't like reading this because it's a little on the drier side. I don't know, the narration to me really kept my interest. Love this. All right, next up on the list, that was my last 5-star. We're gonna get into my 4-star reads. Another Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. My second favorite Emily Henry book. I loved the two leads in this book. Alex, the male main character, he's this like anxious, stoic guy that something about that personality just really draws me to. I don't usually love these like boisterous, arrogant personalities of a male main character, but I just always feel for these like quieter, just unassumingly handsome guys. And this is how Alex is portrayed in this book. Love this. The adventures they go on in this book, I loved. The only reason I didn't give it a 5 stars is because the buildup was there, but then there was a little piece missing in the ending without spoiling anything. But I still love this read. Loved it. Poppy really contrasts Alex's personality so well. She's this like fun, bubbly, so funny. Poppy's so funny in this book. So I love this, but not quite 5-star, but 4-star read for me. All right, next up, 3 Days in June by Anne Tyler. Another one if you're looking for a quick weekend read. This is only, I want to say, a little over 200 pages. I think I read this over 2 days. But the concept of this is a mom planning her daughter's wedding and attending the wedding. And the mom in this is just so blunt and funny. Love this. I love the main character in this, so that was a fun one. Next one we have Meet at the Lake by Carly Fortune. One of my favorite authors. I definitely have some hits and misses by her. Meet Me at the Lake was one of my favorites. And I know this kind of gets a lot of flack. Like, it's not people's favorite, but I think this is a very underrated book by Carly Fortune. This has Dirty Dancing vibes. If you love the movie Dirty Dancing, you'll love this. It's a lake setting. The characters are great. It has your quirky characters that are part of this resort community. I had such a good time with this. This is so good. And I remember not really being pulled into the romantic relationship in this, but it was more about the mother-daughter relationship that I really loved in this book. Such an underrated book by Carly Fortune. Love this. All right, next up on the list, Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. 4-star read. This was so good. Another one that maybe took a little bit to get into, but once I was in it, I was hooked. I could not get enough of this main character, Elizabeth Zott. The way she deals with all her traumas in her life, the way she talks about being in a relationship, how she is as a mother, I just felt like I could really relate to her, and I just loved it. All right, next up on the list, Queen of Beach Reads, Elaine Hilderbrand. The Identicals. I was so surprised by this. I feel like nobody talks about this book, and I love this. This has all the family drama, all those juicy details, everything. If you're looking for a good beach read, this is so good. It's a little lengthy, but you can read it in probably like, I would say like 4 days if you're looking for a longer vacation read. So many different characters in this, but the way you will feel for each of these characters, you'll really be connected. The sisterly relationship in this was really fun, tough at times, but the way it comes together in the ending was just really good. I loved how all the pieces came together in this. So that was a fun read. Next up on the list, another 4-star, bottom of the 4 stars, but still good. The Nightingale. Not my favorite by Kristen Hanna. I know this is most people's favorite by her. I think maybe because it was so hyped up for me, it just took a while for me to get into. I felt like the beginning was very plot driven and it wasn't very character focused. I couldn't really feel that connection with the sisters. I didn't feel the romantic tension at all. Something was lost in translation. And I think it was because a lot of the inner dialogue was missing from the two sisters. Like I wanted to know about more of what they were feeling. And I did like feel more towards them towards the end of the book. And oh my gosh, what they go through in this book, the struggles, the traumas, all their heroic actions. There was something about like the fact that I was really rooting for them in the end of this book. But yeah, a tearjerker, a very emotional read, but it was a little dull for me at the beginning. All right, next up on the list, The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapena. Good 3-star read. This was a good time. Suspenseful at times. It didn't quite hook me from the beginning, which is why it was middle of the road for me, but I would recommend it. It was a good time. I liked it. All right, another 3-star read by Carly Fortune. This Summer Will Be Different. Middle of the road for me from Carly Fortune. I did like this, but I think honestly it was the trope that got me. This is about a girl falling in love with her best friend's brother, and something about that trope, I think because I'm pretty close with my best friend's brothers, it's a little too close for comfort. It feels a little too familial for me. The way she described the setting, Prince Edward Island, I want to travel to in the worst way after reading this book. So a good vacation read, but I think there was just something missing with the chemistry in these two main characters. So I didn't love it. Every Summer After is still my favorite Carly Fortune book. Are we going to talk about the next one? Oh no, that's even further down on the list. We'll get there. But Every Summer After is my favorite. And this one, a little underwhelming, so 3 stars. All right, now we're getting into my 3-star reads. Next up, midway on the list, The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. The overall plot of this book, I was really into. It's a long book, but there's something about the way the author unravels all the pieces of this book. This is essentially a book about a girl that goes missing at a camp. And oh my gosh, the way I was like mapping out all the characters, I really enjoyed the journey of this book, but I think I was a little disappointed in the end. The way it was wrapped up, I'm kind of like, that was it, really? So it's a lengthy book, but I felt like there was a little bit missing in the end, but I did really like it. So easy 3-star read for me. I would recommend it, but just not my favorite. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I think there's something about hyped up books for me. I think I get really excited for them and then I'm just like criticizing them the whole time I'm reading. I need to stop doing that. I think it was the ending in this. I really enjoyed my time reading this. My son's playing with trucks in there. I enjoyed reading this, but in the end, I was so disappointed by the male main character. What was his name? Ethan. The way he responded to something that Olivia or Olive reveals to him in the end, I'm like, dude, are you serious? Major red flag. So yeah, I just did not get along with Ethan in this book. So I didn't love this. It was a fun read, but the ending disappointed me. We go to Carly Fortune's One Golden Summer. I enjoyed this, but I didn't think this was worth the hype at all. Nothing much happened between the two main characters. Charlie was so underwhelming to me and I didn't like him the entire time. He was so cocky, so just overly arrogant. It was really starting to piss me off. I have strong feelings about this book. Still gave it a 3-star because I do feel like the slow burn was there and I felt like I really wanted to root for these two. Charlie and what was her name? Alice. I really wanted to root for them, but something about Charlie's character, he was just way too cocky. I don't really connect to these cocky guys. He kept talking about how he was like so good looking. I'm like, all right, dude, we get it. You're good looking. But I don't know. I didn't like him in this. I loved Every Summer After, and I did somehow like him in that book, but this one I was disappointed by. I still think it's a good read. It's a good 3-star read. The relationship with Nan, the grandmother in this, is really cute and sweet, but I just didn't like Charlie. All right, now getting into the 2-star category. Top of the list on 2 stars. This was a toss-up for me. I almost gave this a 3-star, but I have to give Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall 2 stars. Again, I think maybe it was because it was hyped up. I thought this was very dry. The whole concept of this book is about an affair, and I felt like it was very dull. I wanted more from the female aspect of this. It talks about the two females involved in this relationship throughout the book, but you don't really get a lot of interactions between the two of them. And I felt like that could have made this story so much juicier. So yeah, 2-star read. I was a little underwhelmed by Broken Country. All right, next up on the list, Riley Sager's The House Across the Lake. Decent time reading this. It kind of gave me the Woman in the Attic vibes, or the Woman in the Window vibes, but the ending was so dumb, so silly. I'm like, he went there? Are you kidding me? That is, first of all, the easy way out. I can't really say much without giving the ending away, but I was very disappointed in this ending. Very silly. So no, did not enjoy that. All right, next up on the list, 2 stars, The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Another silly, silly ending. The plot made no sense. The wife is representing her husband in his murder conviction against his mistress. So the whole read, you're kind of like confused. Why would she represent her husband? It just made no sense throughout the book. And the ending gave some conclusion to the reason she was defending her husband, but not really. It didn't really wrap things up for me. It wasn't a satisfying ending at all. I need a satisfying ending, and this was not it. Did not enjoy this. Let me know your thoughts on this if you've read this. No. 2 stars. All right, bottom of my 2 stars, Credence by Penelope Douglas. I read this on Kindle. Man, this gives the creepy vibes all the way through. Is it a spicy read? Yes. Wow, is it spicy? If you're into the smut, you will enjoy this. I don't know. I think you might enjoy it. But it's just creepy. But I think too, like, if the author didn't keep reminding us that there was some familial relationship between these 2 characters, it wouldn't been as bad because there's no blood relation. But she kept referring to the male main character as Uncle Jake. Uncle. We kept hearing about it. The cousins, the uncle, the cousins. Stop reminding me, and I might enjoy this book. So yes, the spice was there. The spice was good, but you still have like an ick the whole time you're reading this. All right, now getting down to my 1-star reads. These 2 books were big disappointments for me. The first one, The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I am not against a YA romance, but when you make it super cheesy and you take the romantic element out of it, that's where you lose me. So the one scene, Meredith and Whit is the male main character in this. He's licking a jelly donut off of Meredith's hands, and it talks about the other characters in the background, how they're giggling and making like fun of it. I'm like, man, this could have been like a really good juicy scene, but that romantic element, the lust element, was taken away. So I just didn't feel for these 2 main characters. And this whole book is about a water gun game in Martha's Vineyard. Like, they're on vacation and they're all playing this competitive game on vacation. And literally it goes into the rules, it goes into the rankings, and me not being a competitive person, I could not get into this. So big fail for me. Didn't love this at all. All right, so unfortunately, bottom of the barrel, the worst book that I read this summer has to go to Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people love this. Take my review with a grain of salt because a lot of people love this. I thought it was cringy. The main character, I just couldn't connect with at all. The whole book talks about his piercings, and okay, I can get behind a piercing, but when you talk about a lip ring, there is nothing more cringy than a lip ring to me. The humor in this was kind of dirty humor, which I can get behind, but this dirty humor was not funny to me. It was almost like too outlandish where I couldn't connect with it. There was like one baloney joke in it that everybody keeps talking about that I did not find funny. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people love this. And also, one more thing that drove me nuts. Sorry, I just had to vent for one last thing. So she digs herself into this grave so deeply that she goes to this marriage camp to fake a marriage because she wants to impress these bro finance guys that she works with in this office. I'm like, what is this, the 1960s? You need to impress these dumb guys and spend a whole week at this marriage camp? What? So again, I couldn't connect with the female lead. I did not understand her perspective, and the male, he gave me the ick. I'm finding more and more that rom-coms are one of the most subjective genres because you either like find certain humor funny or you're just completely, it's just not your thing. And I think that's where I landed with this book. It just wasn't for me. All right, guys, but that does it for me. That is 25 books that I read this summer and my rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your favorite book of the summer. Let me know your worst book of the summer. Let me know what you're reading in the fall. I'd love to hear some fall recommendations. So thank you guys for watching this video. This was really fun. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me in the future. If you're not already following me, definitely subscribe here and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I feel like I post a little bit more on TikTok, so find me over on Book Talk. Book Talk's apparently a thing now. I'm finding all these things out in my old age, so I'm having fun over there though. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.